Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 29th through July 5th. We're going to check in and see what's going on with this lovely deck here, and we're going to pull a crystal from this crystal deck and see what crystal might be good for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising to incorporate in the coming energy. We do have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse full moon in Capricorn on July 4th and 5th. So we're going to see how the energies are affecting our darling Libra friends. See what's going on with you all. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to see what's happening with Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alrighty, my dears, let's get right on into it. So first up, Libra, you all have, ooh, 10 of water. Look at you, lucky Libra. So this is really positive energy. 10 of water is fulfillment. 10 of water is going to be, just happiness all across the board. Happiness with what you're doing in terms of career, abundance, friendships, family life. Now, the full moon in Capricorn that's coming in is coming in to bring domestic harmony, like harmony in our domestic life, and to help us see where things are out of balance, to get them back, into balance. So for some of you, there may be some shifting, there may be some things that you're having to deal with that feel stressful. But if that's happening, remind yourself that what's happening is the universe is aligning you with this 10 of water energy, this fulfillment, this happiness. Now, 10 of waters is basically the 10 of cups. And I know a lot of people get really excited when they see 10 of cups because it's a card that has become like synonymous with marriage. And for some of you, that might be something that you're manifesting. But those of you that you watch my videos, you know that I try to keep the weekly forecasts on everything outside of love and relationship. And I just do a monthly love reading. And so I want to take this opportunity to say 10 of cups doesn't just mean that. 10 of cups just means that you're happy in all areas of your life. And for some people, that's not going to include marriage. For some people, it's just, having a good group of friends, or for some people, it could be living in hermit mode. Everybody's 10 of water or 10 of cups is going to look differently. But whatever your ideal situation is, whatever is that you think is going to bring you the most fulfillment, or like you're kind of, wanting to set up in your life in terms of stability, that's where you're headed. That's where the energies are taking you. That's what you're moving towards. And this is why the creator of this deck has this Buddha on this card, because it's supposed to be symbolic of like your inner peace, your zen, your fulfillment. So whatever that looks like for you, Libra, it's going to be different for different ones of you, but that's definitely where you're headed. The pink is really popping here for me, the pink roses, and pink roses are something that I always associate with Archangel Jophiel. So some of you might feel, or you might notice, that there's a shift happening with your inner dialogue this week, where you're learning to be speaking to yourself in a more loving or more kind way. Being more unconditionally loving and unconditionally accepting of yourself. Some of you may be seeing that shift within yourselves. Your next card here, oh, speaking of the Hermit, whoa, I just got chills. No wonder I felt moved to tell you guys that message. Some of you guys saw the 10 of water and you were like, no, thank you, none for me, not interested, because it's a card that has become so connected with, oh, I'm getting married. And that can be one of the meanings, but not always. The cards are very rich in meaning. They have lots of layers, right? So the Hermit card, what people don't realize is, number one, it is a major arcana card. So it's kind of like you're coming into a new chapter in your life, a new phase, a new period, where there is a lot of divine help. Your spiritual team is around you and helping you through like a significant period of growth and development. But the Hermit is a card that indicates that sometimes we kind of want to go within, right? We kind of want to pull away a little bit and we want to spend time alone. And people see the card and sometimes they get worried. Like, oh, no, it doesn't mean that you're going to be in a depression. It doesn't mean that you're meant to be alone forever, unless that's what you decide makes you happy. But the Hermit is a period of time in which you're just kind of enjoying being by yourself. or spending quiet time alone. There's a lot of awakening that happens in this energy. Some of you are transitioning into the role of being a spiritual teacher or a mentor to others. You're looking back over your life and what you've been through and what you've learned and how you want to help other people. Some of you are coming into the energy of kind of finding a mentor that you resonate with, or reaching out for spiritual guidance or counsel. But when the Hermit card comes up in terms of alone time, it's deliberate. It's a deliberate choice. The person is making the choice to say, you know what, I feel like I'm going through a lot of changes right now, and I want to be that little caterpillar. I want to crawl into my little cocoon where it's nice and warm and cozy, and I just want to take time with my transformation. I want to take time with my development. I want to discover myself. Okay, so it's a conscious choice. Those of you who are kind of disconnecting, you're the one making that choice because it feels good to you. I also feel, Libra, for some of you with this hermit mode, you're kind of falling in love with yourself. You're getting to know yourself on a new level. You're really enjoying spending time with yourself. You're falling in love with yourself. Maybe some of you have been accused in the past of being like conceited or stuck up, but you're realizing that that was more of like a control tactic with, whoever you were dealing with, because maybe they kind of saw that you were getting confidence and it scared them, right? Because sometimes, unfortunately, when we become confident, the people in our life get afraid that they're gonna lose us, that we're gonna like go off and like find a better life and forget about them. So some of you maybe are taking back your power. You're taking back your right to love yourself because somebody somewhere made you feel like you were being conceited or you weren't being humble. But you're beginning to realize, Libra, that it was more of like a control tactic by that person. Your next card here is transformation. Wow, see, we talked about that. The little caterpillar going into the cocoon. Now, this is also a major arcana card. So when the major arcana cards come up, we said it's a very significant time. It's a very significant time. And this is the card that is associated with Scorpio. So if you are a Libra that has Scorpio in your chart, or if you are a Scorpio that has Libra in your chart and you're kind of watching this for your moon or rising, this is a confirmation for you of the balancing of energies that's going to be happening within yourself. One of the things about this full moon in Capricorn, like I said, it's helping us see where things are out of balance. And though this is a transformation card, this is also associated with cycles coming to an end. So Libra, you are definitely going to be cutting certain ties or putting an end to certain behaviors or patterns or relationships that you realize now that have begun to hold you back or drain you, right? It's kind of like, cutting off the split ends. Those of you that like to grow your hair long, every so often you go in and you cut off the split ends or the dry, parts so that the rest can grow healthy. That's, you're taking away from your life anything that's draining you, holding you back, discouraging you, and transforming, coming into your transformation. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the rebirth. This is the resurrection. This is the new and improved you. Okay, so in this process also, this can sometimes be associated with ego death. And ego death sounds terrifying, but it's actually very refreshing. It's actually a very beautiful process in which you start shaking off all of the labels that people have put on you your whole life, right? From a young age, we're conditioned to like certain things or dislike certain things or be one way or be another way, right? Or we hear from people, oh, you're really smart, or oh, you're not so smart, or whatever. Whatever labels people start putting on us, we start to believe it. And we start behaving in the way that is convenient to the narrative of the group we're growing up in, right? Especially if you come from a close family or from a big family, or from a family that has had challenges. It's kind of like we're all assigned certain roles, or we're expected to be a certain way, right? There's the caregiver person. There's the smart person. There's the hardworking person that brings in the money. There's the person who steps in and helps with the parenting, and they're the nurturing one, or whatever it might be. You start realizing that, hey, you know what? I'm more than that, right? So you start shaking off those labels, and you're getting a really good understanding of who you really are, not who you've had to be in your life. Like, it's safe for you now to be yourself, right? And this is a continuation of the full moon in Sagittarius we had not too long ago, of, you know, coming out of the pretenses and coming into our true selves. A lot of you Libras are really embracing that energy. You're coming into this this new you, this new and improved you, this genuine, authentic you. Your next card here, oh wow, see, you guys have so much confirmation here. Your next card here is Ten of Air, and Ten of Air is you are putting an end to any karmic cycles, like I said, that have held you back. When I see Ten of Air, it's a bittersweet ending, but you're the one making the decision. Whoever I'm reading for, whoever I'm pulling the cards for, in this case it's you, I'm reading for Libras collectively. Collectively, Libras are making a decision to put an end to a situation, to walk away from something. And it's bittersweet because once upon a time, it was a really good situation for you. It was really good for you. Maybe it helped you to grow. Maybe it was a big break in some way. It was a job you were really excited about landing, or it was a relationship that was like a huge step up for you in some way. And now you've outgrown it, right? It's like, you know, when you're younger and you get new shoes and you're really excited about those new shoes, but before you know it, your feet grow too much and they become painful, right? They're not fun to wear. And so that's what's happening with the Ten of Air. Once upon a time, it was really great. There may still be some sentimental connection to it, but you're realizing now it's holding you back. Now it's got to go. Ten of Air can also indicate for some of you that you're getting balance, because we did talk about balance with the Capricorn full moon. Some of you are getting balance over some kind of behaviors, or self-medicating behaviors, or coping mechanisms that maybe had gotten carried away or out of hand, right? Maybe you were doing something too much in excess. Ten of Air can indicate overcoming an addiction. It can indicate, you know, coming into a period of sobriety, long-lasting sobriety. You know, just overcoming any kind of crutch that has become a problem or become an issue. So some of you might be breaking some habits with the Ten of Air as well, that have become toxic or have become, you know, not so great for you. You're getting control of that and you're breaking out of that. So we're going to go ahead and see what crystal is coming up for you guys. What might be a good crystal. As always, Libra, I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos and see which ones resonate with you, and see what kind of maybe adds a little extra information for you. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you all. If you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. So what do you all have? The crystal that you guys have is going to help with remembering the divine spark within, aspire towards enlightenment, increase mental clarity and intelligence, improve telepathic communication skills. Wow, Libra. Oh, Seraphonite. I love this crystal. One thing I can say about Seraphonite, though, it's very intense. I would recommend not sleeping with it. I know sometimes people like to keep crystals under their mattress or under their pillow. I would, you know, it's just, I used to have a ring, a Seraphonite ring, and it's very, at least for me, it was very intense. I would have to take it off after a little bit of time. But everybody's different. You might not have that experience. You might feel it's really great. So if you do find it to be intense, that's okay. Maybe you use it sparingly. And Seraphonite, it's pretty common. You can find it in most crystal shops. It's becoming more common. You can also order it online. If you can't get a crystal right now, if it's just you can't put the money into a crystal right now, that's okay. You can still do the affirmation. The affirmation here is, my mind and spirit are connected with each other and the divine. Okay, so Seraphite is beautiful. It really is beautiful. So I know some of you maybe want more spiritual messages. You can check out the channeled angel messages for the month of June that are linked in the description. Or if you want more love and romance, you can check out the June love readings that are linked in the description. The July love readings and July channeled angel messages are going to be up in the next few days. So if you hit subscribe and the notification bell, if you haven't already, you will receive a notice when those new videos come up. I also want to take a quick minute here to congratulate the winner of the free 30-minute reading, Angelica in the United States, and the winner of the Angelite bracelet I was giving away is Jackie in England. So I'm going to announce the next giveaway for the month of July on Instagram and Facebook on July 1st. One person will win a 30-minute reading. One person will win a prize. I haven't figured out what the prize is yet. It could be a crystal. It could be a tarot deck. I have to see. I got to think about it. But once I do know July 1st, I will announce the new prize for July. And then at the end of July, I will pick one person from the likes and comments on Instagram and one person from the likes and comments on Facebook. One person will win the 30-minute reading. One person will win the prize, whatever it ends up being. I will let you know. Alrighty, my dears, I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week. Take care.